Once again, that's what Who's was made for. I had to say your answer is right there on the corner of the pack, right here. So anyway, have another video that I've been wanting to do for actually since the beginning of this month at least, and now if I get a chance to, as well as work with some other stuff. There's some pain I've been feeling since last week, but still. This is definitely an interesting one because it turns out that Nintendo just released their last quarter earnings report from December 2019, which also includes the sales data as of the last quarter of that year. Yeah, and it actually reveals some rather interesting details. Like, first of all, note that the Nintendo Switch is currently at 52 million units worldwide, which surpassed the Super Nintendo Entertainment System's lifetime sales of 49 million worldwide by the end of its life cycle, quickly becoming a major success, has roughly quadrupling the lifetime sales of the Wii U, and also reveals several all of their software sales to date, which will be another big one to talk about. Yes, folks, as you can tell, as of the recent holiday season, and despite many fans being skeptical at best and often downright pessimistic at worst, Pokemon Sword and Shield have been able to beat the odds and become some of the best-selling Switch titles to date in the top 5 at 16 million copies and climbing. This puts it in the same ballpark as fellow titles Legends of Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey, becoming the fastest selling title since Super Smash Bros. Ultimate the year prior at 17.7 million units, with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, a version of the already popular Mario Kart 8, still holding top spot at 22.9 million units, almost 23 million. So, this tells me at least he's two major things. Like, one, and that's perhaps that this may have been doing a lot better than a lot of people expected it to do. Who, given how it also sends a testament to the appeal of the Switch itself, which, given how, to put that in perspective, have more than a quarter of the console's install base bought some version of this game, and that accounts for all the versions they've sold so far, both individual and bundled, and two, even more so, the rate has been able to sell that amount is a testament to how the franchise is not their most stagnant, but the most resilient. Not their most uncreative, but rather the most versatile series. Given how, another way to measure this is that Sun and Moon took a little over a year to sell that many copies, and X and Y, all which games I enjoy, mind you, took several years to sell that amount. I mean, these titles sold that in just under 2 months. I mean, and with more content on the way, it's definitely probably going to be climbing. And I still think it's kind of silly that some people are suggesting they're going to stop making other stuff in the series just because these ones are hit. That's just weird. I mean, that'd be like if McDonald's stopped making their flagship sandwiches because it has something new on the menu. And we all know what happened when Coca-Cola tried to veer from their best-selling formula, but they still introduce new beverages every now and then while keeping their best-selling drink intact. I mean, I also think that not only do the developers do the right thing by not addressing the people who are making all these he's saying all these things towards them, but also the series has also done the right thing by I'm not addressing any of its supposed competitors. I mean, again, going back to who the who the Coca-Cola and McDonald's analogies. I mean, if they're at the top, what reason do they have to go after there's someone who's in the second? I mean, that's just not something I see them doing. They're not Activision, they're not Konami, and they're not EA. No matter how many other people claim, and as I suggested, there's a lot. Another reason why I suggested the boycott wouldn't have the effect like people suggested. Had 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 is that that's given how maybe he not just people because of buying multiple copies, but in general for a lot of other people, it's gonna be the first Pokemon game, especially for younger ones. Once again, as with Let's Go, it's easy how often we forget this. So if anyone's still on the fence, now is perfect time to give them a try. I'm still enjoying them. I'm well over 130 hours in combined. Anyone else wants to join me? My FC's on my channel's information. So I will see you all soon.